Blessed, blessed, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for this, the 20th day of July in the year of our Lord 2026. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. We welcome you. Blessed Holy Spirit, we welcome you. Yes, wherever you're from, you're just joining us, we invite you to share up this channel here. Yeah. Become a Portland Spice ambassador. And by being a Portland Spice ambassador, your primary role is to invite viewers and listeners and subscribers to the channel. Auntie Lane, good evening. Norwich Heights, how you doing? Yeah, man. Welcome, everybody. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening, right here on Portland Spice TV. Remember, at Portland Spice TV, we want to be what you want to see. Yeah, man. What you want to hear. Yesterday morning on Talk Jamaica, somebody got brave. Somebody who, I don't know if they support the other side, but felt that they had a responsibility to defend years of mismanagement. And I really, really enjoyed it. But why am I talking about that this evening? I'm talking about that this evening because there are some of my listeners and viewers who are very intolerant of hearing anything from anybody supporting the Jamaica Labour Party or try to say anything good about the Jamaica Labour Party. One thing I want to let you know, that I enjoy a good debate. I am not a person who likes preaching to the choir. Jax from Jacksonville, good evening. I am not the kind of person who shut down contending views. Yeah, man. I love contending views. You see, that is how you know if you are strong, when you can face a challenge. And I would invite anybody from the Labour Party, once you're honest, worse if you are in search of the truth, to come over to Portland Spice TV. Give us a call and let's have a discussion. Come with solid arguments. Yeah, we don't want no lies and talking points. And if you hear the truth, believe the truth. Yeah, and accept it. Because we on Portland Spice TV don't accept the term blogger or vlogger or dogger. Colin Bell is a trained broadcaster. I've been in this business since 1993 and constant at it since 1995. So I have been doing this over 30 years. Yeah? And I have interviewed PJ Patterson. I have interviewed Edward Siaga. I have interviewed Bruce Golding. I have interviewed Portia Simpson Miller. Yeah? So I've interviewed 4 of Jamaica's prime minister during my time. I've interviewed a lot of labor rights. I've interviewed Darrell Vaz more than 5 times. You know, back in the day, I used to host a program called Hard Topic on Satcom Cable, because there was a law that all cable companies had to have a local channel. And Satcom had the best, with yours truly at the helm. I was the program director and the host of Hard Topic. We run a proper television station back then. Up until about 2017, I was there. I've done a number of radio stations, and I am now on PortlandspiceTV at YouTube. Caller coming to you. So, I'm never one to shy away from a good debate. And my intention is to find the truth and get what is best for Jamaica done. Jamaica is my priority, not the People's National Party, Jamaica. So I want you all to understand that. And we must learn to hear what the other side have to say. Caller, good evening.
My brother, Colin Anthony Bell. How are you, sir?
Mr. Colin, man. I love it. I love
Yes,
it.
sir.
I love it.
How are you do?
I am doing well. You know, try
Yeah,
to
man.
get some rest today, because I tell you, I've been working so hard.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I mean,
No work, no pay.
no work, no pay. And I tell you,
Yeah,
Mystical,
man.
from Tuesday to Saturday, my job starts at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I go up sometimes until 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That means you give it your best, so you must be getting your best.
Yes,
right?
man. I'm pushing it. Yeah.
And find time for rest, my boy.
Well, I today, Sunday and Mondays are my rest day.
Mhm. All right.
I do the work in the morning, and I do this work in the evening on a Monday. You know, so I do get some
Yes,
rest.
sir.
But when you're
Yes.
building something for the future, you have to put your all in it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Wagwan.
Put just first and second and third.
Yeah, man. And then your
And
blessing
watch your
come
blessing
forth.
come forth.
Bless up, bless up. That is it. Yes, sir.
Blessed. Well, pointedly, you know, I engaged you this evening because I wanted, first of all, to just send forth some sympathies and condolences. Fantan the Mojo.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Fantan Mojo have some
And why-
solid tune in a man.
Yeah, man. And why,
Yes, man.
why I have to do this, you know? It's because during a sojourn in my spirituality, yeah,
Yes.
I encountered a persecution, serious persecution, yeah,
Yeah.
religious persecution. And let me tell you, Colin, that this song from Fantan just came as the deliverer, you know, and the comforter and the consoler.
Which one?
Yeah. They're wishing for me to fall.
They're wishing for me to fall.
Hey,
but
remember
Jah
me tell you, brother.
gonna make me stronger.
And lift me higher. Hey,
Seek
brother.
Jah first and everything come after. Bad tune.
Man.
Bad tune.
Yeah, man. So Me want just celebrate the legacy of Fantan, if only for that reason, if only for
Yes,
that
man.
reason.
No,
So
and
to
I
all
hope
his
they bury him with him
family,
backpack on
friends,
him
and
back,
supporters. Mm.
I never left him backpack,
Yeah, man, we know he's a man who's strapped with him backpack.
Yes, man, him never leave
Yeah,
it.
a film image that,
Yes, man.
A
I'll
film
foreign the
image
man
that.
of it, man.
Yeah. So the point I further right now, Colin,
Yes.
I now go overload the program with many points I have to express. But this one about the Integrity Commission, yeah?
That is it.
Because
man.
first of
Exactly.
all, the law is poor. The law that governs the Integrity Commission, the law offers so many restraints, yeah? And I'm talking about if we're going to install an authority, yeah, to really transparently expose matters that are deemed compromising, yeah, we should not be leashing the Integrity Commission by putting this, especially this obstruction, whereby if I identify you as a suspect, Colin Bell, and I wish to pursue you and investigate further, yeah, whether I have enough information, yeah, to prosecute you, I don't know why your name should not be known by all, because everybody else's name, yeah, is out there. So why it is that the people whom we would have elected to serve us, yes, that they must not be scrutinized, yeah, in a transparent way, meaning everybody know everything about them because they are our leaders. We install them and they must be above board.
Yes.
Yeah. So they, more than anybody else, must be examined transparently, openly. Yeah. It must be seen. Because nobody willy-nilly you pursue a person without sufficient evidence, yeah, to prosecute them. If it doesn't rise to that moment, nobody gonna waste any time.
Yes.
So I don't see why preemptive, yes, and interceptive conditions are availed to those who are being pursued, those who are being investigated. You can't preempt and intercept a process before the process comes to a conclusion. When the process comes to a conclusion, it is placed before the courts, and there is where you go defend it. So I don't know what kind of law is this and what they expect, yeah,
because
to get out of this law.
Mystical, let me just come in there, because this is one of the questions I am saying. When the Integrity Commission decide to charge you, it's court you go.
Yes.
So why you want to stop the process by you going to court to stop the Integrity Commission to taking you to court? Why you don't just go to court and clear your name?
That's what I'm saying.
If you are in that position.
Yeah. So the system is a compromised system. Yeah. Because it gives too much leeway for you to intercept the process and to also corrupt the process. Yeah. And it cannot be a good law that presides over this system, the judicial and the prosecutory system. Yeah. You have all the recourse when you are accused, right, of a matter, and a matter is finalized and sufficed by a presentation, yeah, to the courts, yeah, by the way of prosecution, right? You must rise to the occasion, yeah, and defend your integrity and defend your honesty and defend your right. There, you can't do it before because none of us will know what went on. So it is to confuse the system and prevent the system from going further. You can't put a stop order for investigation. How do you put a stop order on investigation when you want to get the facts? To get the facts, you have to dig for the facts. Yeah, and no matter how I dig, because if I cannot dig illegally, if I am digging illegally, then yeah, I can prevent you from digging illegal. But once I'm following the legal process and statutes, yeah, you just await. You have no part to play. Yeah, So you don't have no preemptive or interceptive recourse. The only recourse you have is to defend your integrity in the courts of law. Now stop the process before, and that's my biggest concern about this law.
But mystical, you know, one of the biggest problems though, it is the people who support the politicians who are trying to con the system, you know. Because when the Integrity Commission puts out a report, and I am still trying my best to get some of the best legal minds to come to us and talk to us about the system. Because when the Integrity Commission puts out a report and said that these reports are statements of facts, and then you have the citizens of the nation, instead of calling on the politician or the representative of the people to clear their name, they start beat down the Integrity Commission. That is where a major part of the problem lies, you know.
But that is the plot, you know. That is the political plot to thwart, the Integrity Commission's role and mandate. Why would they have placed the mandate in the hands of the Integrity Commission to ensure that public servants, are above board in their dealings and their wheelings? Why would they have placed that there? If it is not to confuse the process. So it's a sham. You just put it in there for confusion, make it appear as if, we have mechanism there, you know, to ensure that people walk according to the law, and the principles, of incorruptibility. But we don't really mean it.
No, I don't. No.
You see that they don't really mean it because the law is structure good. And both PNP and JLP helped to formulate that. I remember Julian Robinson, said that he is not for people's name being put out there. Before you name it out a long time now, brother.
Before they are charged. Once the police suspect you, your name out there.
Of course.
Your name out there.
And once you understand? Once you're being investigated, your name should be there. So make we pin you down as a suspect. You clear your name. Whether they find something sufficient to charge you or not, well, if they don't find anything sufficient to charge you, then the case drop. If they find something sufficient to charge you, you deal with that before it is magistrate.
And I also believe mystically that once there's something there to charge you should be charged.
Exactly.
The Integrity Commission should not take it upon themselves to say, well, so much time has elapsed, they don't know if they can find. You must be charged, go to the court, and let the court say, we can't find these witnesses, and then drop the case. You can't. You see, we have to be serious about corruption, you know. Corruption is costing the country over $120 billion annually.
Yo.
So, since this government is in power, corruption would have gone over $1 trillion.
Colin Bell, you mean gone over $1 trillion? A trillion, not $1 trillion. Remember, you know, a publication by the Auditor General about 2 years ago, would have identified billions across ministries, and also in 1 or 2 cases, trillion.
Well, it add up to about 3 trillion that was not properly accounted for. And in that case, she's not saying that money was stolen, but the accounting process that was supposed to take place, she could not verify it.
And if you can, if I give you a certain sum of money to be appropriated, honestly, then you must have the receipt to show that this has been appropriated according
to law,
plan.
Yes, and to how it was set out too.
Exactly. And if you can't do that, you are culpable. So there's no question about culpability when you cannot defend, yes, that which has been entrusted to you to be appropriated X or Y way. And at the end of the day, you say, yeah, I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna know it go down. Yeah.
And the
This is not
document
a
and the
little
documentation to prove that it was spent or it was allocated
yeah,
to be
man.
spent. You can't come forward with that.
Brother, you can't give dishonest people and thieves, yeah, a portfolio to administer on behalf of poor people. Because who are the beneficiaries? Who are the beneficiaries? Now you have a sum of money to take care of the nation. And at the end of the day, you can show me how the nation has benefited from that. Look the mess that we are in, brother. Look the mess that we're in. People are happy jumping about, going a football match abroad and wheeling and dealing and turning and have arguments for every single thing because we're not a serious society. We're an oppressive, exploitative society.
When a prime minister can come out and tell you that I don't need anybody else away from the people who vote for me to hold me accountable, then you realize where we are going.
Brother, this country is governed by criminality. Remember me tell you. Yeah? Criminality. Because only criminals operate the way I see, yeah, governance being applied in this country. Yeah? So when we talk about a criminal enterprise or a criminal empire governing a criminal enterprise, you understand what is happening?
Yes.
And nobody can dismiss that, you know. Because by data, it cannot be dismissed.
Can't be dismissed.
If it can be dismissed, then show us.
If
why
you're talking about data mystical, once you mention data, you can't dismiss it.
Yeah, man. So justifiably dismiss that. When the bottom fall out, justifiably dismiss that. Yeah? You can say, boy, I wasn't watching, I was careless. So the vehicle crashed. My hands were not on the steering wheel. I was listening to my phone, you know, when I shouldn't be. So I am sorry that things went the way. When people did, you know, last time I listened to a program, and this woman, yeah, a lady from the street, you know, man, you know, casual worker, yeah, who came under some sort of malady, some infection or whatever, yeah, to one of her feet, and she went to the hospital and they examined her and they diagnosed the problem. That it means that something went wrong in her on her feet or her foot. And she was sent from this hospital to the other. They examined her, the team of surgeons examined her and say, okay, this needs to be replaced and so forth and so on. At the end of the day, cut a long story short, she said the last set of people them sent her to, yeah, determined that she need a knee replacement, and it went cost her $8 million. When I sell a while. First she heard $1 million, and then at the end of the day, they say $8 million. No, where that poor little woman I go find $8 million. You know, so the health is an industry. It's the biggest macro enterprise industry in this country.
And in the world, it's not just this country, you know. It's in the world.
The health system.
Yeah, it's in the world. It's not just here. But I give a joke. A friend of mine scratched his finger the other day. He troubled with diabetes. And he went to a hospital and they decided to split him finger down the middle. Split the man finger bad, you know. And now they are telling him that he's going to lose the finger. He had to sign himself out of the hospital and go seek other advice. And they are telling him that you don't need to lose the finger, but it's going to stay bend because them cut it bad. And it's a scratch him get on him finger. And the other doctors are telling him if they had slit the finger on the side, he wouldn't have a problem.
It's a big conspiracy. Oh, in a third world, a poor country, yeah? When health and education are primus, that the people, yeah, have to fork out what they don't have in order to get good health and good education, yeah? How that go? Me not understand that.
Oh.
Nobody in a Jamaica should have to go in a hospital, yeah, and deprived, yeah, of the benefit of their services.
Look at this.
The benefits, you know.
Oh, the
And
Kingston
somebody said no
Public
benefit of the
Hospital.
mystical because, yeah.
Oh, the Kingston Public Hospital don't have an MRI machine.
I don't.
Oh, the
None is
Bustamante
available in the
Children
public. Is any
Hospital
available in the public
don't have a
sector,
CT scan. And the Minister of Health is telling us that the largest spend in health is happening now than any other time.
Yes, we agree. We agree. But where is the spend on him? Yes? Because everybody will get rich at the expense of the people. You know, see, we have
People
a government that is being enriched at the expense of the poor people.
And that's why it brings us back to the Integrity Commission. That is why they want to destroy the Integrity Commission. Because the Prime Minister have the Integrity Commission in court and wants the court to stroke out illicit enrichment.
Yes, man.
What can go so?
Yes, man.
And people are out there on top of the mountain supporting the Prime Minister with it.
Of course. Because you know what I notice in this country? As long I will stay poor, you know, and I will agree to just live by the day. Yeah. Once everything is going my way.
Yes.
Not for the good of the nation,
man.
you know.
Yeah, man.
So if I'm being fed, it's all right. Everybody else can dead.
Yeah, man.
You understand?
Yeah.
But the day cometh when the little money that you get to suffice your appointment to defend me will disappear when the corpus come upon you, when you have to do a major surgery that needs this and that.
Yeah, man.
When you have to respond to a big
when the
need.
police shoot your son.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Mystical. We'll talk. Bless up, brother. One love.
Cool. One love.
1-876-804-7072, the Colin Bell Show. Conscious reasoning. Yeah? The best discussion on governance. We are not here to defend the PNP nor the government of Jamaica. We are here to defend Jamaicans. Good evening, caller. Welcome.
Good evening, Sir Colin.
Blessings.
One quick question. I want to know if the opposition members get a different filing to fill out from the government ministers.
No.
As it seems as if to say somebody not understand something when every time they get caught carrying them to the court to say, hey, we have to go investigate this because this doesn't look true, even though the IC chairman before told us that everything that they brought here is fact. All investigation is fact. So something right there, so RNS, that's so we have so much done MP around this thing, yeah?
No, it's not dunce the dunce, my brother. It is people who are doing wrong, and when they get caught, they blame somebody else. They're not taking responsibility for their shortcoming. Every time they come up short, it's somebody else's fault.
So, Sir Colin, that simple means that if they are not taking any responsibility for them action, we're not going to win as a country. We're not deeply trouble. We are drowned.
Then hold on. Then watch this, brother. This government has been in power for the last 10 years. Toll fee are raised, and they're blaming the PNP. You know, hear that?
Yes, man.
Folks will.
You know, hear that?
Yes, man. It's sad, though. It's really, really sad.
It's terrible.
Yes, man.
It's terrible, brother.
No. Well, that me just want to find out. So, yes, Sir Colin. Thanks again.
It's the same form everybody get. And what people not realizing, when the Integrity Commission hold you, I can't remember nobody where they hold will get way. They hold Michael Phillips, he had to pay. They hold Dwayne Vaz, he had to pay. Marissa Dalrymple Filbert had to pay. A GLP man before that had to pay. Everybody that I know, the Integrity Commission will have a pay in court.
Oh, boy. So them just try to delay it then?
Yes, man. and bamboozle the people, man. And then they have these traitors that are supporting them. Thanks for the call.
That's the sad part. Thank you, Stefan.
Yeah, man. Mr. Carter, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Bell.
Mr. Carter.
Yeah, I was hearing your mystical a while ago. Good evening to your listeners.
Yes, man.
You were asking why the people of Jamaica listening to all of these things and still support the system. Culture, you know, Colin. The diehards are there to keep his masters in the great house, you know. Because their head is down in the trough, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We are
yes.
in the word economy. You ever study that word, Colin? Economy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
ECONOMY.
Yeah.
The first tree, the prefix, eco,
Mm-hmm.
is an ecosystem, you know,
Yes. Yes.
which is a food chain and ultimately a food web, you know.
Yes.
And in the middle of the word economy is the word con, you know, C-O-N, you know.
Con. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
The con in economy is the same as the con in con, man, you know.
Yeah, man.
It's an environmental con for money, you know.
Yes.
And Colin, you know that I'm going to say two things there. You know, so the World Cup of football that just went on and concluded yesterday, it opened up my eyes to a lot of corruption in the world. It showed me, even last night.
Fontan Moja have a song say corruption packing up upon them. No time to pretend. Yeah.
And it also showed me that even in Jamaica, when people have their favorite side, they will put stumbling block in your way for your side not to win. You know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's the nature of mankind, though, you know.
Yes, a nature.
Yeah, man.
And it's very deep, you know. Because, Colin, if you look, even the CXC, that Caribbean Exam Council,
yes,
they are now telling you that based on what they see coming up in the school-based assessment,
they're going to cut out some
they
of
have
it.
they are going to phase out some of the SBA because it is AI copied.
Yes. Yeah.
And they're going to replace it with a paper tree so that the children can think on their feet.
Yes. Yes.
So it shows you that we have a serious financial literacy problem in the Caribbean and a serious maths deficit.
Talk to them, Never. Talk to them.
Yeah, and that is one of the things that is driving the corruption, you know, because
mathematics is what determines your reasoning ability.
yes. And critical thinking.
That is it. That is it, brother.
Because look, Colin, you have a thing in accounts named incomplete records. Most of the government sector right now and the private sector, their businesses is suffering from incomplete records. The records are not complete.
That's a part of the problem with the $3 trillion that the accountant, the auditor general is pointing to. Incomplete records.
Yes. Incomplete records. And when you have incomplete records, they have to post most of the transaction in what they call a suspense account.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And suspense account lead to a lot of trauma. You don't have any proper audit trail. And I can tell you that is one of the reasons why in the Western world, they will have to digitalize the system. A lot of people don't like you when we talk about that.
The digital part, I will put people free, right? Yes.
Yeah, because it's part of their 2030 agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Because governments, even in America, the American government, when him done with you in this war in the Western world, you know, between Ukraine and Russia, and America and Iran, which is really a war against America and China, they're going to have to move cash from the system and control everybody's money, you know.
Yes, they're getting there. It's getting there.
Yes, getting
Getting
there,
there.
they're going to have to remove cash from the system. Because they're going to want to see everybody's financial transaction so that they can get their fair share of tax to manipulate the system further. And the politicians going to hide things on you and tell you lie.
You know,
and they're going to bribe a set of people around you to trick you to your grave.
Some news reaching us here at PortlandspiceTV, Neville, that over Morantby at the urban center, we are hearing that government have to be paying out money to those private sectors who invested in the urban center. We want to know if it's true. The con in the economy is working on the people of Jamaica, Neville.
Yeah, because the people are, and most of the people, and I don't owe anybody any apology, we are financially illiterate to the system. We love money, but we don't know mathematics.
And let me tell you about another con that is catching the people in the economy. The toll fees that have been increased. They were not increased because of a bad decision by the PNP or a bad decision in 2011 by the GLP. They are increased by a bad decision by the present government that see the inflation getting out of control.
Yes.
Is inflation cause the toll increase because the Andrew Holness-led administration sit down on the money, over $500 billion that they have access to, not pumping any life into the economy, so the economy is dying.
Yes.
Dying.
And let me leave you with this, Colin. One of our biggest trading company in Jamaica, in which members of parliament have a large shareholdership in it. A lot of them buy shares in there because it's one of their favorite trading company. That was suspended on the stock market couple weeks ago because they didn't file their returns on time.
Mm-hmm.
They were suffering from incomplete records. and that company is run by some senior private sector man who advising the government.
My God.
So what I tell you, you have a set of people in this country can just do anything they like because they are the law and you can't touch them, and they can just manipulate the system how they want to satisfy their agenda. Colin.
Yes, sir.
A business me do with people here.
Yes.
And you have 2.8 million people approximately in Jamaica. That's 2.8 million ways to make money.
Blessings,
a business you must do with people.
Yes,
your
sir.
Time, your time and your skill is your economy.
Respect.
When anybody want to get those service, they just transact with you and you move on out of them space. And you no matter if them a labor right or PNP.
Once you get where you ask for.
Yeah, once you and them have a contract.
Blessings, Neville. One love. To be
continued.
continued.
One love and keep the program on the line. Yeah, to be continued.
Yes, sir. 1-876-804-7072. Somebody just put in the chat room for me. Tell Alicia to restart our device because everybody is hearing. Like up the video for me, please. Like up the video. Good evening, caller. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show, live on Portland Spice TV. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, let me send something to your phone there, yeah?
You send something to my phone?
Yeah, man. Something. Just look for your WhatsApp, man. I send something to your WhatsApp about some IC thing. You understand?
All right, cool. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yes, sir. Well, evening.
Blessings.
Yes, sir. Oh, I have one question, and I don't know. We as Jamaicans, we reputably are some great people. I mean, I know, when I wonder to myself, the great people in the country, the musician, them, the athlete, them, everybody blind, the people in the country are going on our wall. Nobody can talk out, no, as a group or whatever, can talk out or whatever. I want to express something I have to. Like all the minister, the opposition finance minister, him can't go up on the floor and tell said Jamaica is this like money we get for the year is only second to 80. We can highlight those things. We as Jamaicans, we have it all over the place. A politician run down, we mash up the country, make we have it all over the world. You know, a hunt and people treat me like a whatever, you know. Them thing there, man. So grieve me still, you know. A politics mash up the country. We have enough resources in the country. Both human resource and physical resource, backside a whole heap of things that in the country. And the people them can't say nothing outside. I don't know, I say to myself, say, even down west, the politician them and thing, Dayton Campbell, he can't go down there and take video the thing and show to the people them on the Capaling and put it out there in the world. How much months after? Them something there, the care for the people them they can't do. They can't do that can't do.
Then
I don't know.
none of them alone can do it. You can do it, you know.
Yeah, well, as me not on the ground, me have to run the ground.
Look by your screen right now. This is the White House market. This is a video that was done last week. Can we show them right here when we get them to? That nothing now go on down our west. This video was done last week, Thursday, I think, or Friday.
Yeah.
This is still the White House market, where a lot of people used to earn their living. Where are those people now? Where them I get a thing from? Where them I make money?
It's sad. That day, they have a state, and they have one thing in Juneteenth thing. And when I have the thing, they say me I go look some heap of food truck was there. And I search for Jamaican food truck. I say a Jamaican food truck. When brand new, see another me hungry, me I'll take a picture of it. When me take a stock, I walk up to the food truck. I 4 white people in there I sell Jamaican food. And I said, no, me can't buy Jamaican food for white people. But I turn away. I'm gonna look, me search and find a next food truck again. A 3 Spanish people in there. With Jamaican colors, everything. Jamaican menu, everything.
I sell Jamaican food. But Carla, that shows the power of brand Jamaica, you know.
Yes, man.
But hold on, give me a minute, because there's something that there's something that I needed to say at the start of the show that I did not say. But now that this caller brought up the power of brand Jamaica, Jamaicans are feeling by not understanding what it is that we have. And when Bob Marley sing the song named Rat Race, and down in the song him say, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. He was talking about Jamaican people with a myopic view of life, a myopic view of the culture and the creative industry. I did a video Sunday reflecting on a reggae sumfest, and I called it Dancehall Sumfest because there is no way that you can have a reggae sumfest without reggae band or live music being played. They were using tracks. But a major thing that I wanted to point out, my caller, to the Jamaican people was what was possible if we did what they did at Reggae Sumfest right. I don't know how many of you watch wrestling. Wrestling is stage, you know. Wrestling have a script.
Yes.
And wrestling is big business.
Extreme.
Dancehall music and reggae music, the Jamaican culture, needs to be organized in exactly the same way. And a lot of people came at me, somebody even sent me a SYM. Because I said that what should have happened at Reggae Sumfest was a staged clash between Mavado and Vibes Cartel.
Yeah.
That is what,
of course.
that is what would build a momentum for promoters around the world to be calling these two artists to England, to Germany, to the US, to Africa, to replicate what should have been presented on the stage in Priory St. Anne. No, people don't understand when I said the clash should have been staged.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, Mavado and Cartel come out, do the song with them do together, hug up and shake and make everybody say, I still one love. But the lyrical clash is what the world craves. Some people say me old. Me old.
Supercat Ninja back in the day.
No, what that would also propel, my brother, is Vibes Cartel needs to do his biopic. Mavado needs to do his biopic. And then a movie about Gully, one about Gaza, and one about Gully versus Gaza. But the Jamaican people does not understand what we have and how to maximize the earnings from it.
Yeah, but you have to remember this, and I say it to you other day already, you know. After all that's said and done, the government will not push that, you know. I tell you that, you know, because government don't want the average little man to reach the West, you know. Because when election time comes, then can give them the $5,000 to go vote. They're not going to want the masses to can elevate certain way, you know. You have to know that, you know.
But let me say this to you. Let me say this to you. Hold on. I did a video on Friday as well. Because I was hoping that between Joe Bogdanovich and Scatterborrell, they could have brought that together. And if they had done it together, this would have gone leave the government. Because you'd have had the Paramounts and the Warner Brothers coming in to get it, but you have to show it.
Yes.
You understand what I say? Yes. You realize how long it took to do the Bob Marley biopic?
Yes.
And we still not see the Bob Marley movie really coming out as yet. So Jamaicans, led by a set of blind Bartimus, are also becoming blind. So even when you show them the vision, then put politics over it.
Yeah, gee, oh God. When you look on the African, them, the
God.
movies that them are make.
And they are coming after us. We've been there before them.
Yeah, and we have the most magnanimous culture in the world. No culture.
So when you come this evening, and tell me that you went to that place, search for Jamaican food and find a Jamaican branded food truck with 4 white people in it to sell Jamaican food, it shows the power of brand Jamaica. We should not be in a recession, my brother. Jamaica should not be a poor country with the talent that we have been blessed by. But again, I'll say it, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty.
It's sad and it burned my brain, and I lie, because I see my country good in our hole, and some things, enough things will change. People on the moral. You see people in an accident, crash on ground, all people are go over them go do. I take video them at the last moment to put it on social media. We're gone as a nation, and we need to know how we'll come back. It's sad.
We are leaderless, brother. We are leaderless.
Sad. Well, I don't know.
And therefore,
one keep up the fire. Thank you.
Nothing can run without Ed, brother. Nothing can run without Ed.
I most evil thing the people them do, take Barabbas to rotted.
Later.
I tell you, them people have pick Barabbas. Thank you.
Later. Brother Junior.
Oh, go on, Colin.
Me there, I try my best for show the people how Jamaica could benefit from what happened Saturday night. But there's none so blind than he that refused to see, my brother.
We had a call on yesterday. And I smile a bit, but I still have to cry. Kind
Yeah.
bad. But you always have a member of our organization. Our organization we have, we big and broad.
Yes.
You have one of our members who always call you and ask you why the Labour Party have a hatred for education. I'm sit down, I'm think it out.
Yeah.
You know why the JLP hates education?
Tell me.
Education make a profit, Education does not make a profit. It's a long-term investment. So the rewards you get in the long run.
Talk
That's
to me.
why the Labour Party have a hatred for education.
Yeah?
Now, if someone can thief 25 school, what did I tell you about the man?
Thief 25 school. I know the story you're talking about, but how can somebody steal 25 schools?
And people over the years forgive the man. How can you forgive an organization what is 25 school? Because the Jamaica Labour Party involved in that criminal movement at school, 25 school.
Junior, let me tell you something. When I see Rasta man, our so-called Rastas out there jumping up for them, anything can happen. Anything.
The Labour Party have a clipping out where them say Michael here Rasta.
Michael.
You see it? Yeah. Come again.
I never said that.
There's someone lick up one again. Yesterday, you never remember one talk, but you can't remember everything because you never get no chance to talk. But anybody come on the platform and I tell you, say, you can't start and deal with any era individually. You have to start from the beginning. Him say he was going to start from the beginning now. And him start when Jamaica gained political independence. But he needs to know that before political independence, we had self-government.
Yes.
And we had self-government. Forget about the first 10 years that the Labour Party. The Labour Party came to power in 1944. And they were learning about how you have self-government. So we can forgive them for that era. But the 1955 era to 1962 is the era when the economy of Jamaica was opened up to all of the industrialization what take place. So when the Labour Party came to power in 1962, they were benefiting from that massive investment in the 50s. That's why the economy showed them level of growth there. And if we had that sensible government, the country would go better. So when we hear him talk, I say this man have no idea what going on in the country. But Colin, at the same time when we had that massive growth figure,
yes,
we had 80% of the people who can't read and write. We had massive malnutrition.
Yes.
And we had people, we had poverty at very high levels.
And high
So
unemployment, high unemployment too.
Of course. So when the PNP came to power in 1972, the oil price shock was a big shock. But remember, although you had that price increase multiplied by 4, you had 80% of your people carried the right.
Yes.
So even if there was work at the bauxite company, your people couldn't do the work.
Couldn't
because
get the
they're
top
not
job.
educated.
Couldn't get the top jobs.
And Colin, remember, it's mud house. Jamaica used to have a Wackland Dab house. We used to have in that country,
Yes.
So when you have that, immediately you have cocoa and all sorts of sickness by your people. So the
Hallelujah.
health issue was here.
Tala. Yes,
So
sir.
when the PNP nationalized certain industry, it was to pay for the oil, to buy the medicine, and
Yes.
to educate the people.
Yes. And scheme
So when
the
Michael,
backside levy.
right. So when Michael went to America, remember, America was having their problem with Nixon and the Watergate.
Yes.
It was around the same time, And then now, all they try to explain to him about the CIA and Siaga, he can't get that in the head.
No.
But we can remember that Henry Kissinger was the enemy of Michael Manley and the friend of Siaga.
Yes. And he finally came out and spoke the truth.
Colin, people in Jamaica need to remember that America have their general election in November and the president coming to power in January. We don't have that system in Jamaica. So when Kissinger was there, Kissinger gave advice to Carter, because Kissinger was Nixon, was Gerald Ford, Secretary of State,
Yes.
So he gave Carter advice, and Carter was ill-advised because Carter was Siaga's friend. But we have to remember, Jamaica and America had a relationship from 1961.
Yeah.
When Norman Manley was premier. Norman Manley went to America to meet with John F. Kennedy. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Norman Manley went to the Oval Office to meet with Kennedy. So it's from there the Jamaican relationship started.
Yes.
My mother told me, it's not Google, she Googled it. In 1962, America sent the Vice President of America to Jamaica to the independence celebration at Duke Street. Jamaica got the Vice President at that function. And when the function done in Kingston, they had one in Montego Bay. And Live and Dancing, which was the Vice President at the time, went to Montego Bay. So people believe that the PNP and the Americans do have no good relationship. They had a misunderstanding in the 70s caused by Edward Siaga.
Yeah, because Edward Siaga was like a traitor at the time.
Of course.
Brought misinformation to the United States.
Remember, Colin, I'll never believe you remember this. The Jamaica Labour Party was formed to kill the Federation,
And form out a bad mind too.
Thank you.
It's a party that was formed out of bad mind.
Yeah, man. Anything what happened in the past when continues to come up in the present. We're not talking, we're not saying Babsy go England go talk to the king.
Which Babsy?
The Babsy Green. Sure,
no, man, Babsy can't go talk to the king.
Yeah, Babsy is Jamaican?
She can't go talk to the king. She's a Commonwealth citizen. She's a Commonwealth citizen.
Not a Jamaican. So, when we hear that foolishness, we have to laugh. So, you're going to sign this agreement now, and at the same time, you are going to have to keep more reparation. That's why they can't work in the same sentence.
When you sign an agreement for human trafficking?
Of course. You're complicit. But Colin, where do I go?
Little more.
Wait up.
Bless you, Junior. One love. Happy to talk to you, man.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Me telling you, people, me have some of the most educated callers, some of the most educated subscribers, well informed on this channel, waiting to be joined by the Professor Ralston Iman. Conrad O'Brien, good evening to you, my friend. You see, until the Jamaican people learn to sift through information and come out with what is good and what is best for Jamaica, we are going to be in problem. Until majority of the Jamaican people who are critical thinkers start to participate in our electoral system, we are going to be in trouble. A caller came here one evening and said most of the people who vote are idiots. And I disagreed with him. But a lot of people, I don't know if it's most, but a lot of people who vote don't understand what they are vote about. And we need to put that in our pipe and smoke it. Some of them, they are not deliberate when they make a fool of themselves when they vote. They just don't understand. And if they don't understand, this is what you get. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening, my brother and friend, man. I am so happy to be on your platform.
Go right ahead, sir.
Yeah, really, reparation, as the caller before was saying. Listen, we are not to lose the initiative on it, brethren. I'm going to give you two quick examples. I am from an area up in St. Catherine named Treadways. I don't know if you ever heard about that area.
Yes, I have. Treadways, what
All right.
MP up there, so Crawford or Kerry?
Yes.
Crawford.
The two of them, the main was split both constituencies.
Yeah, man.
But Treadways is where it's got its name because they had a treadmill there. A treadmill, if you Google and look at what is known as the penal treadmill, the penal treadmill was owned by the Duke of York, King George III, son. He owned and operated the treadmill estate. The treadmill estate was owned by the Dawkins family. But the chattel slaves on the treadmill who work on it and punish them on the treadmill was owned by the Duke of York. So they were branded in their back DY. DY meaning the Duke of York, who was King George III, son or nephew. But one of them, yeah, we can Google it and Google there.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making to you, the penal treadmill operated there, and here the irony and the bitterness of what it's all about. When Sam Sharp was hanged with 300 other people calling, look at it. I'd like for the protest, what they're planning, that they put 300 people together. After they put the 300 people, they get the next 30 people, make them stand up one side and put 10 people behind them. And each 30 people means that 1 out of every 30 Jamaicans were killed at the time, with Sam Sharp and 300 other people were hanged one day, the 17th of May 1932. 300, you can imagine what the BBC and all the stations around the world would look like, coming down to see 300 people on one day. But
that's up a treadmill among them? I don't have mobile.
Don't man to go be a man, but we're coming back to trade they're coming back to trade. When they hang those people the 17th of May, 1832, the riots in Guyana took place on 1823, killing 200 at the Demerara estate who were working on the Demerara estate.
So them killed 300 over Guyana SCMD too?
No, man. In 1823,
Oh.
before the Sam Sharp riots, there was a riot in Guyana on the Demerara estates where 200 chattel slaves were killed. Those slaves were owned by the Prime Minister of England, Stuart Gladstone, and Stuart Gladstone was a four-time Prime Minister. His father is a Scottish Prime Minister, and his father coined the term "justice delayed is justice denied."
All right, my brother. We're gonna have these. We're gonna plan a program for this history lesson. You hear?
Yeah, but let me just wrap up. I'm wrapping up. I don't want. I will raise the thing about the Governor General office watering down this thing, you know, and bringing up a different function and emancipation there. And I am hurt. I'm deeply hurt, and won't want because of what happened. And there is an opportunity here, is it now, to make our case for the reparation in England. And we don't need to lose sight of that. It is for us to demand reparation from England. We by submitting a debit note to them saying you owe me this payment.
Yeah, but you know what, Carla? I also believe that reparations should start with land reparation for the people who live in Jamaica right now.
Yes, but as I tell you before, when we start the first call on the program, we tell you about the Venezuelan man. Him say, the Venezuelan liberator, him say, write down to him, write it. Him said, do not allow the perfect to become the enemy of the good. So,
but which one is easier? Is it easier to get land reparation here in Jamaica than to get reparation from the British? Because you hear one British lawmaker said the other day that countries like Jamaica should pay a reparation to Britain for what Britain had done to develop our country.
No, Colin.
Did you hear it? Did you hear
it?
But okay. All right.
It's garbage. We're going to tell you one document where you got.
No, but I just hold on. I just point that to you to say to you that it is easier to get land reparation in Jamaica because imagine it is our people, our sons and daughters and brothers and sisters who are now in control of what is called Crown land, and they are unwilling to give those lands to the people who live in Jamaica, their own brothers and sisters. Instead, they are using bulldozer to bulldoze their brothers and sisters' house off of Crown land.
I totally agree with you, and that should never happen. What? But back to the lady in England there.
But when no, wrap up because we're going to run. Wrap up because we're going to run.
At the end of World War I, Jamaica passed a law to pay England war repair damage. And for 40 years, Jamaica paid England £60,000 per year to repair war damage in England.
Jamaica? Hold on. You're saying that Jamaica signed an agreement when?
In 1919. What is
19? Well, 1919 and Jamaica that, man. Britain, them signed that themselves. Wanted to use Jamaican money for pay Britain.
But Jamaicans pay man like all the park name up in town not for going than 10,000 Jamaicans volunteer for the war.
All right, my brother. Make we talk again. Catch me tomorrow evening. Blessings. 1-876-804-7072. Good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're live on Portland Spice TV. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. Turn off the instrument in your background on your call. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Mr. Bell. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon and blessings.
I had the opportunity to listen to you, that little debate that you had with that young fellow from the JLP yesterday. And he's woefully unschooled in history. And considering that we are about to enter some uncharted waters with what is going to happen in the United States, we need to revisit certain things. And I'm glad you decided to open this up. What we need to revisit, and you can probably bring this up with Ralston today.
Raleigh is with us right now. Hold on it. Raleigh, good evening.
Is what happened between 1972 and 1980, and which was catastrophic, not only to the economy of Jamaica, but the economy of the world, was a whole restructuring, was called OPEC.
Hello?
And Jamaica was part of that movement that was involved in OPEC. Michael Manley at that time, during that time, held the leadership for the Third World Underlying Movement. And as such, he became a target of the United States to destabilize him because he was supportive of Cuban leader Fidel Castro in their support of the movement in the revolutionary movements in Southern Africa, which occurred in South Africa, Namibia, Angola, to drive the white supremacists out of the country. And during that process also, as you so rightfully said, Mr. Bell, the issue of the ability of small countries who had resources that they needed to support their citizens, to provide them, to bring them into the 20th century. Because remember, we had been left behind. And as a new independent country, we needed more control over our resources for education, for health, for our development. So Michael Manley made the right call.
Caller, hold on for me, please.
Regardless
hold on
of
for me, caller. Hold on. Raleigh? Raleigh?
Yeah, man, can you hear me?
Yes, I am hearing you. I have a caller on the line. Him now listen to him now, hear me. Caller, are you hearing me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, man, you have to listen to me a little bit. We have Ralston on the line. Raleigh, good evening.
Yeah, man, good evening. Good evening
Blessings
to
and welcome.
on their caller. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So this caller was telling us about what happened back in the 70s. Finish up, caller. Go ahead. I'm gone. No, I'm never had a telephone go, caller. I just wanted to bring in Ralston. Raleigh, how you doing?
Yeah, man. I'm good.
Give us an update on what happened today. Now, today is Monday, the first day of the week, the 20th day of July, in the year of our Lord, 2026.
Well, nothing significant happened in Jamaica. Just that the regular liquidity support that the central bank provided to.
They provided
the regular liquidity support that the central bank provided every Monday to deposit-taking institutions.
How much they provided this Monday?
$2.5 billion.
$2.5 billion. Raleigh, I had a call yesterday morning. Very interesting call. And we had a discussion for quite some time. I don't know if you have all of your info right there, but we went back as far as 1960 and 1970, 72. What was the debt to GDP in 1972? Can you remember?
No.
Or something about 24%?
Well, that sounds, yeah.
But in the 80s rally, why did the debt ballooned from 63% in 1980 to 262% 1989?
I went on a borrowing and consumption spree. Jamaica, apart from Israel, Jamaica got the most money to borrow from the U.S. administration.
I learn well. Rally. I did well then. I did well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he told us, the caller tried to tell us that it was because of the bad policies of the 70s why the debt went out of control. Anything could have gone, sir?
Rubbish.
We never get to the 90s because I wanted to take him to the 90s, but the viewers and listeners believe that I had him on too long.
Yeah, man.
Because I wanted to ask him then if at 63% the debt ballooned to 262, then how did it come down from 262 to 85% by 1995?
Yeah, man.
But let's look at some of the things that are happening now, Ralston. The toll fee that has been increased.
Yeah, man.
Darrell is blaming the PNP. What is the real cause of this increase in toll fee?
Well, the arrangement that was signed for that to happen every year based on changes in the exchange rate and changes in inflation rate. The confusion is to who signed the arrangement.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if the arrangement was even signed in 2012, this government has been in power for the last 10 years.
Yeah, man, them could change it.
Oh, that is all right. We are going because
still have options. Them still have options not to do it now. Them can find other measures.
Because no other person than who they refer to as the greatest prime minister. Hold on. Caller, hold on for me. Dr. Andrew Holness told us that it is the government that makes the laws and that the government can change the law.
Yeah, man, them can still use fiscal policy, and well, in fact, the people in the transport sector is hoping that they'll do that.
Listen to this. Hold on. Stop. Listen to this.
I can't complain, because ultimately it is the government that makes the law. And I want everybody to appreciate that the government can change the law as well.
So why are you blaming the PNP now when you could have changed it?
Yep.
So
you can still change it now too.
They can still change it right now.
Yeah, man. I remember no implementation date has been announced, So given if they were proactive, given what is happening now in terms of the acceleration of inflation, sensible policy would have said to them that, by the way, we can increase the toll rates at this particular point in time because that will lead to more inflation, because 7 percentage points of the inflation rate for the 12-month period was due to transportation. For the period June over May, it was driven by transportation up by 4.3%. So sensible policy would tell them that that can happen at this particular point in time, and if you were balanced.
And when we were calling that from the war start in February, the government should have come out with a roadmap for the people of Jamaica to show how we're going to navigate this. These are some of the things that should have come out in that announcement. That based on what is happening here, even if inflation get there won't be any increase in toll. We have to put a hold on it because of the geopolitical issues that are happening around the world. Gas price issues. Those should have come out in a nationwide announcement, in a nationwide address by the Prime Minister, the Minister of Finance. That still don't come yet.
Yeah, because that is where the inflation is coming from globally in terms of the price of energy. And that is something that the Bank of Jamaica can control. So that is something that the government should have been dealing with, because that is outside of the purview of the Bank of Jamaica.
Is this a further show of incompetence by the government?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Let's take a call. Caller, good evening and welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Hey, how you doing, Colin? Sir Hyman? Blessings.
Yes, caller, go ahead.
Couple questions for Mr. Hyman.
Raleigh, you're in the caller?
Yeah, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, caller.
Hold on, let me take you off speaker.
Thanks very much. Go right ahead, man.
Can you hear me better?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Hyman, couple questions for you. I won't be able to hear you.
It sound like you put your back on the speaker though.
Yeah, man, get muffled again.
Talk like how you talk now, man.
Hold on. I'm having my headphone. Hold on.
No, man, no use the headphone, just talking at the phone. Straight in at the telephone. Headphone and speakerphone is a problem to broadcast. Any broadcast.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me better?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Hyman, just a couple questions for you, man. Hey, Mr. Colin, respect for the show. Respect to Junior. Junior, I respect you, man. Thank you for the knowledge. But Mr. Hyman, couple questions for you, man. I just got a list of questions. I'm not gonna be able to hear you because I can't really make you out right now. But I'm an inspired Jamaican, young Jamaican. I'm just trying to figure out some numbers and certain things. But I have a couple questions. First question, Burkina Faso. Are they dependent on the USA? And who are they dependent on? And what is the value of their money versus the USA currency? That's the first question. Don't answer yet because I'm not going to be able to hear you, but I'm going to go back to the live and listen. Second question. For a young entrepreneur as myself, do you think day trading will be a good option for me if I'm in a position where I can invest and also grow each day? And third question that I have is how long do you think that this war is going to continue dealing with what we got going on today?
Just repeat
Thank
the
you
second.
so much,
Repeat
Colin.
the second question, caller. The second question. Repeat that.
The second question, I'm a young entrepreneur. I'm trying to figure out, and I make a certain amount of money, but I'm getting into day trading. So my brother I told my brother yesterday that I listened to a Colin Bell show where Mr. Hyman is on because my brother is a big fan of Mr. Hyman. So I just wanted to see his insight on if day trading is a good option for a young personnel as myself, living in Jamaica, a young Jamaican.
All right.
That's it.
All right, go listen.
So, yeah.
Yeah, man. Hold on for me, caller. Hold on. Go ahead, Raleigh.
Yeah, well, the exchange rate between Burkina Faso, the Burkina Faso franc and the US dollar is 5.75 to 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of day trading, that is one of the lazy thought that people are coming right now. I mean, if you could have traded currencies and make a whole lot of money, all of the big banks would have done mostly currency trading. So I don't see that as a viable way to make money because everybody can tell what is the exchange rate going to be internationally between the US dollar and the pound sterling, the US dollar and the Japanese yen. Those things are very predictable, and that's not productive work.
Mm-hmm.
Follow me?
Yeah.
As for Burkina Faso, I mean, that the French had some stay over them, but right now they are trying to go their own way, not depending on anybody, whether the US. They're not believing in the West, simple translation. So they're going to try to be as independent as possible from everybody.
And he's asking how long you think this war going to last.
Only Donald Trump can tell you that.
And at this stage, maybe not even him can tell you.
No, he never know him, man. He knows all over the place. Yep.
All right, we have another call. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. If you have not yet liked up this live, you like up the live. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Colin, to you, Raleigh. It's people in the chat and all your listeners.
Yeah, man.
We have two things to say. My experience with the brother I experienced. Me drive from New Brunswick go Montreal. And we work up a restaurant, a Jamaican restaurant in Montreal.
Yeah.
Some Rasta run it. The amount of people been coming there buy ackee and saltfish and patty.
Yeah.
And the Rasta never make their own party.
They said the rest of them make their own party.
They will call it party,
In
they call it
Montreal.
Yachty.
Yachty.
Yeah, man.
And you know, it's a French track down there, sir.
I call it Yachty.
Yeah.
Me, I tell you that. So we name bigger brother. We are
No,
mash
man.
up a place.
The Jamaican brand is powerful, but the Jamaican government and a lot of the Jamaican people don't have a clue.
Don't believe in the brand. Yeah,
and without apology, we forget to the babs them. They don't have no clue as to this thing. But anyway, I'll say something to you before me come out. You know, some never go on reggae some fest yet.
No? No, man,
You heard me just say a while ago?
You need to experience it.
No.
But what
I
happened?
went to the last reggae. Well, I'm not Colin. I've been to almost every reggae Sunsplash.
Okay.
The last Sunsplash I went to, Dennis Brown closed the show.
Okay.
I'm tell you already, some used to teach Herbert Morrison.
Yes.
You know who we are talking.
Yes.
Dennis Brown closed the show. A Shabba come on before Dennis. 2 years straight to me go. Shabba come like balloon 1 year, and Shabba come like captain 1 year, and Dennis Brown closed the show about 11 o'clock. I've never been to a reggae Sunfest. You know why? The rich man them fight against reggae Sunsplash. Them keep Sunfest in a Easter when reggae Sunsplash keep summer. And then bad minded people them make them fight against Sunsplash. Then they go Addison Park or Brownstown. Then they left and go to Portmore. And they mash it up. And then now they come to Sunfest and move from Easter.
Sunsplash got a ticket to you know. Sunsplash is got to do over to you know.
Yeah, Addison Park, then Dover, then Portmore.
Yeah, the first time I MC on Reggae Sunsplash was at Dover in 1995. Yeah, man. Never forget it. My first what I call international show. Me MC.
That's why I'm not going to Sunfest.
Yeah, there was an issue between Sunfest and Sunsplash.
They mash up Sunsplash for bringing Sunfest, so me not support them.
All right, my brother.
A rich man thing, they mash up a poor man thing.
Well, one of the news out of Saturday night was that they stop all the street vendors. You hear about that, Ronnie?
No.
What?
Yeah, police move off the street vendors because it is alleged that for a stall in Sumfest Saturday night was $400,000.
What?
Tell me
joking.
Me have to say it is alleged because I hear me here. Me not have no evidence, but the argument out there is $400,000 for a stall in Sumfest Saturday night. So the police did not allow any street vending. So the vendors were screaming.
I can't interject. Me I go back to class, but me just want to say this.
Yeah.
Why you think the all inclusive did come in? I feel mash up a little people when they get to tourists them come in here, come in here, can serve and mackerel, you know, and dumping and banana.
Oh yeah.
And bush what them coming in the all inclusive because they don't want nobody go road. They want everything for themselves.
Yes. All right, my brother.
So same thing now.
Yeah.
Respect, Colin.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Respect. Raleigh. The argument I am hearing that it was $400,000 for a stall.
Yeah, man. So that killed the multiplier effect of the show then.
But Raleigh, the effect of a 1 week reggae Sumfest compared to a one night reggae Sumfest, did Jamaica lose money because of that?
Yeah, man, then that can't make sense, man. If you have one night and then you say no street vendors, they kill the multiplier effect. When you have 5 nights, you have a bigger multiplier effect. When you have the street vendors involved, you have a bigger multiplier effect. When you have one night and no street vendors, it's obvious that you lose a whole lot of benefits. That doesn't make no sense.
We did have this call when you joined us, Raleigh, but I don't know what happened to me. Went off. Caller, welcome back.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to take away for the speakerphone. Don't talk to us on speaker.
Mr. Hyman, good
Caller,
afternoon.
hello.
Yeah, man.
You have to listen to me, though. Don't take off way for the speakerphone and just talking at the phone.
Yeah, for the speakerphone, man.
Go ahead. Yeah.
May I speak to you right on the telephone?
That is it.
As we were discussing before, and the question I asked was, especially for us, as economists, is we can almost take a look back in the between 1972 through 1980. And what we can see is that what Michael Manley faced during that economic cycle of those 8 years while the PNP was in power was not something that was unpredictable, especially since OPEC played a major role at that time in determining the economic factors of the world, as is right now where we have what is taking place between Iran and the United States. Also, what most people don't want to take as a factor in this is that Michael Manley's leadership, as in the Third World Non-Aligned Movement, created that atmosphere that he was considered to be expendable by certain forces. And I'm talking about white supremacist forces in the United States, in England, and Europe, because the countries that were represented by the non-aligned movement, which Michael represented as the leader at that time, were nations that were fighting for their independence. So the economic boycott against Jamaica that occurred during the 70s has no historical precedence. Mr. Rollins, if you can take a look back, because I think we need for the Jamaican people to understand the historical and revolutionary position that Michael Manley took. Yes, people can say, well, he should have just shut up and just go on. But he couldn't, because at that time, he needed to leverage the bauxite because of the pressure of OPEC that was taking place.
Hold on no, caller. Raleigh, speak to us about the oil situation in the 70s.
Yeah, man, we all know about the oil price shock in 1973 and in 1979. So, yeah, what the caller is saying is spot on. Remember, when Mike came to power, the place was almost blowing up. The popular songs at that time wasn't the thing that we're here right now. We're here songs like Junior Biles, I'm gonna beat down Babylon, Max Romeo, and all of those people, Becca Must Come, and all of those things, because the poverty rate was very high. You follow me? The income inequality was very high. So the place was on the brink of a revolution. So Mike had to make significant changes to cut the gap between rich and poor, to deal with things like illiteracy. That's why they have programs like Jamal and all of those things. Yep. So again, the dynamics of the world changed because of the oil price shock and all of those things. And that is why the bauxite levy had to be imposed in order to pay some of the bills that we had. And as I said, Michael Manley, Fidel Castro, Bob Marley, they were on the same list. The West saw them as threats to them because they were
Morris Bishop
very,
too?
very important in the liberation. Yeah, man, all of them, man, they're very important in the liberation movements in Africa and all of those places. Yeah, man. That is why the U.S. are trying to repair Cuba right now. All those things.
All right, caller.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here.
All right, my brother. Thanks much. I will take some more call. Okay, you got a second bite.
Yes, I was barely hearing Mr. Hyman, Ralston, at the time.
Sorry about that.
Because the sound kind of been popping in and out. I'm currently in the south of the United States, so I don't know if that is playing. Is that a result of what is going on? But
Raleigh was agreeing with your caller, but we have to run. Raleigh was agreeing with you. All right, blessings. 1-876-804-7072. Good evening, caller.
Evening, Mr. B.
Yes.
Let's join the discussion.
No, hold on, caller. Hold on. If you have us on speaker, take us off. You sound very hollow.
Oh, you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's try that.
All right. So the caller that you had that was speaking to you was trying to debate you. He told as if he needed to spend a bit of time in Jamal. Now, me, Brett, Me one of the persons where
We not hear you good doing it. Your line not clear. If you have us on speaker, take it off a speakerphone. Talk directly.
no man, you're not on
If
speaker,
you
man.
have in a earbud, take out the earbud as well.
No man, no earbud.
All right, but you sound better now. Go ahead.
Alright, so me would consider myself to be one of the brightest like Mr. Hyman, right? When I was going to high school, my math average was 18%.
18?
Right? 18, 1, 8.
No, man, you don't go on good.
But what you know, Mr. Bill, I go tired go work. Because my sister, she bright, you know.
Yeah.
She has 20 plus subjects, she can speak multiple languages. When she go work a minimum wage, me used to that. You understand? So me decide to try the work thing. So I'll take see never really make a difference to me. But they have 100 or one. Go work and get minimum wage too. Mr. Bill. I work 3 months for buy her shoes, for go to work, where them require me for wear. But no last 3 months. So every 3 months me have to save me like 25,000 with me work at one time to buy the same shoes. I see that and say, no, this is stupidness. I'm going to take student loan. Mr. Bill, I have 2 degrees. You understand?
Yes.
And I'm a degree the means of work. I have house, I have care, I have everything I mean, alright, you know.
Yeah.
But one thing I realize is this country, they want to talk about how you get educated, this to that. You can have all the education in the world, Mr. Bill. If you look like me already, some of them boy, you know, listen to you. International business I deal with, regulation and law. I mean, I say let's just deal with people out here in Jamaica. I mean, the consultation with people out here. Your skin tone has to be of a certain color.
Yeah.
You have to speak certain rhetoric and call certain people's phone number. So some people talk about, oh, education is the key to success. Education will carry us so far, but the system itself is designed for what they do. I tell my brethren them all the time, ignorance is a profitable industry in Jamaica, and I used to prove that to me when I talked to you the other day.
Hold on, wait just a little while. Ignorance is a profitable industry in Jamaica?
Yeah, man. Very profitable too. If I want to, I can reach a morning if I want, you know. But when I have the heart to do it, I can't step in on brother and sister them neck.
Yeah.
Understand? Easy, bro. Ignorance of what the upper echelon use. From, remember, you know, Mr. Bill.
Hold on a little bit. Hold on there. Raleigh.
Yeah, man.
Ignorance is a profitable business in Jamaica.
Yeah, man. Everything what the man has said, right, man. And the same thing is not about just the education. It's also your links, which include your color and your geography, where you come from. So that is how Jamaica run. Many people have tried to deny it, but that's the truth.
And your godfather, if you have any.
Yeah, man, your links, man. Yeah.
But people uses the lack of knowledge of other people to get wealthy.
Yeah, man, of course.
As the Prime Minister, you know, so you said Voltaire, as the Prime Minister. I have him said, how much accountant him out? How much financial advisor him out?
I hear you, my boss. I hear you.
Let me tell you something. You can feel food some other people some other time. They can't fool all the time. Me, as I'm saying, I'm one of the ones.
But it sound, Carla, it sound like them a fool most of the people most of the time.
No, man, somehow we clear in Mr. Bill, but it's because we can't do what we want to do. We just have to watch things happen and make the tears run. My mother always tell me, so don't make nobody put your eye over the fire, because bad bet is not going to follow you. Why everything some of them people are touch faith?
Wow.
Why everything them try for eye come out in the light? You understand?
Yes,
so before they have opposite change, but we can't enact the change because we're aware of what it takes to make the players change and how we want it to change. And even though things are right, it's upon a balance where we can still live, go to school, work, and build the economy. I'm not ready for 82.0 over here, so some boy needs to straighten up and stop going with them obfuscation and lies, them brother.
All right, party. Make we talk again. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, man.
Big up yourself.
Big up on yourself.
Yeah, man. Rally,
All right, listen.
what you have to say about that, Rally?
But too, I mean, if it wasn't for ignorance, we wouldn't be in the position that we're in right now.
And people use that to create wealth for themselves.
But that is exactly what is taking place right now.
My God, my God.
Yep. If it wasn't for ignorance, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Let's take another call. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Hold on, caller. Go ahead, Raleigh.
In fact, that is one of the things that a whole lot of money was spent on during the 1970s in order to improve the literacy rate and cut the level of ignorance in the country. Yeah.
Caller, go ahead, please.
Mr. Colin, sorry. I mean, Sir Hyman and Mr. Sir Colin, sorry. One more question. For Mr. Hyman, sorry. I wasn't truly understanding what you said, but
about the
let me
day
just break the
trading.
numbers down. Sorry?
About the day trading?
Yeah. But no, but real quick, let me just give him the number real quick because Sir Hyman is a number guy. So let me just give him the numbers real quick. $170,000 a year, right? Let me ask you, just put yourself in the position of me. A 39-year-old guy, $170,000 a year US. Let me know what will be your direction with the type of money you're making. That's my question. Thank you, and I'll listen.
All right, cool. Hold on, Raleigh. Caller, hold for me. Go ahead, Raleigh.
Yeah, what was the question?
Man said man make 170,000 US a year. What would be your direction? Or would you direct him?
Well, it depends on how I must spend on. Yeah? So, if he must spend productively and wisely, and he must surplus, then right now the US stock markets are perform despite all the things that are take place in the Middle East. So, when in Ecuador buy US stocks, I mean, that's a big game in the US right now.
What about real estate?
And real estate, yeah, man. Stocks are real estate right now.
Real estate is always good?
Yeah, man, because it appreciates and the stock market continues to beat inflation in the US right now. So those are good investments to make if him not spend off the 170,000 that he might make on consumption.
That's a lot to consume, though.
Yeah, precisely. So you have room to invest. So the stock market is a good place to invest in. Not just going on the tech bubble, but going in stocks that are key stocks. So things like retail and consumption and all of those things that people use. Yeah.
Is there
anything? Tech stocks.
Is there anything in Jamaica that he could invest in and make
a
good profit?
If you more invest in Jamaica, get the same thing. He could invest in real estate in Jamaica, which is a good sector in Jamaica. He could invest in agriculture in Jamaica. He could invest in energy in Jamaica. He not have to come and set up plants himself. He can invest in them through portfolios in the stock market and all of those things.
All right. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. You're live.
Blessed evening, Colin.
Yeah.
Ralston, blessed evening.
Yeah, man, good evening.
Yeah, man, it's something that I observe in the economics. We have 1.4 million people working around that.
Yeah, man, 1.418, 1,418,000, yeah.
All right, so how many of that earn minimum wage, or minimum wage earners?
About 60% of that.
So that's what the practical is saying, that 4 out of 10 working Jamaican earn minimum wage or less.
No, man, 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10 earn minimum wage.
6 out of 10?
Yeah, 60%.
So, okay. So how does that qualify us to be upper middle income country with that sort of statistic.
So who classify us as upper middle?
World Bank, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, the
Upper
World
middle,
Bank
per capita,
classification, we
per
are
capita,
seen
let's say
as
7,000 US.
yeah, well, that's the World Bank classification.
Hold on, the rally. So you're saying the World Bank classified Jamaica as an upper middle class country?
As a middle income country, yeah.
With 60% of our workforce earning minimum wage?
Yeah, man.
What them used to come to that conclusion?
Well, that's the criteria them set up in terms of, well, Jamaica right now, yeah, then use that as the per capita GDP, anything between 4,000 and 14,000, them see it that way.
Go ahead, caller.
Well, that classification needs to change, though. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but the World Bank is heavily influenced by US and them places,
So wouldn't that also indicate a very wide disparity in terms of income in the economy?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. One more question, Sir Alston. How would you move, where would you move the minimum wage to ensure that at least there's some justice, equity, more equity in the payment system, remuneration system?
The wage is supposed to be determined by productivity. So if you ever move the minimum, you can't just move the minimum wage and say put it better. We have to do our try to increase the productivity of the labor force. That means that you have to invest more in our training. You have to invest more in our research and development. You have to invest more in our new technology. You have to invest more in our infrastructure, because if you pay a wages that is above what the people are producing, then it is not sustainable. So in order to increase the minimum wage on a sustainable basis, we have to add more value. In order to add more value, you have to train the workers them better. You have to give them better conditions to work under. You have to fix the infrastructure of the country. You have to improve the education system. Yeah, so that is what we need to do, and then we can have a sustainable minimum wage.
Get that, caller?
Okay.
Right, so you can't pick a number. You have to increase your productivity. Jamaica needs to increase its productivity, and we can't do that unless we deal with the energy system, reduce the cost of energy, invest more in renewable energy. We have to invest more in agriculture. We have to invest more in our people. All those things, and grow the economy faster.
But I thought I thought the minimum wage is a factor related to corporate profits and profits across. But
no, it can't just move it in isolation.
In fact, right now corporate profits are high in Jamaica.
But that's why hold on, caller. That's why Raleigh is saying, the minimum wage have to tie to production.
Yeah, man.
Can't just move it
up.
But
we are
you
producing now.
Move it like that. People lose their jobs.
Well, aren't we at a level of production now that facilitate an increase in the minimum wage?
No, we're declining right now. We're in a steep recession right now. We have to correct those things before you can talk about any significant increase in the minimum wage.
Would increase in the minimum wage have a marginal increase in consumption and therefore GDP?
Yeah, but you have to start with moving the big ticket items in GDP first. Because if you move the minimum wage, you don't move in the GDP or the output of the firms, people are getting laid off and lose their work.
And caller, hold on, caller. We're not producing enough right now. We are not producing.
But the profitability of the private sector in terms of when you look at the stock market is not saying that. They are making money, a lot of money.
No, the stock market is way below it. Hold on, caller. The stock market is way below where it was in 2020 and 2021, almost 142 points, 132 points below where it was. This evening it closed at 368,000 points.
This is marginal.
In 2020, in 2020 we're at 500,000 points. Production and everything is going the wrong way in Jamaica right now. So you can't move up the wages significantly when production and output going in the wrong direction. All of that will lead to more unemployment.
Okay. I still have a perspective that speaks to the fact that the wage increase, the minimum wage increase, should not be related to some future possible production income from production, but
So
really
what
related
would
to
you
what
tie it
is
to?
now.
What would you tie the movement of minimum wage to?
Profitability of the enterprises. Profitability.
But what about government? Because
currently.
Government
profitability.
But profitability is also a function of output. If output is declining, then profitability is going to be declining. Yeah? So you can't just order the private sector. Hold on a month. You can't just order the private sector and say that they must pay X amount, without an increase in output. Wages are determined by productivity. You have to increase the productivity of the worker if the increase in the minimum wage is to be sustainable.
No, but Raleigh, if you're making profits now from the productivity of the current productivity of the workers, and you're making good profits.
That productivity is not enough, because the more people have employed is the more.
Hold on, caller. Hold on a little bit. Go ahead, Raleigh, because I want to say something to that as well. Go ahead, Raleigh.
Yeah, I'm saying to you that the more people we employ is the more we get per man employed, because of the lack of investments in R&D and new technologies and all of those things. So although more people are working, we're getting less output.
I want to ask the caller something. So, caller, are you suggesting that corporate should take less profit, should cut their profit margin so as to increase the minimum wage?
That's not going to happen. So
I want the caller to answer that, Raleigh.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm not saying your tone seems a little bit drastic. All I'm saying,
no, man, but you're
hold on. No, you're my tone. My tone is about sharing more of the profits.
So that's why I ask you the question: are you suggesting that corporate cut their
more of profits right
margin
now in Jamaica? Yeah.
So that's your
whatever mechanism.
So that's your view that you are saying that corporate should cut their profit margin and pay more minimum
let us start from the premise, the context. Corporate profits are high, regardless of what the national GDP is doing. Corporate profits are high. If you look at the bank profits and other major private sector companies, and I'm saying that high profit.
All right, hold on.
Also in the tourist industry.
Hold on, let me ask Raleigh something. In terms of our sectors, Raleigh, what is our sectors doing now? Agriculture, manufacturing, retail.
The entire economy is in decline. Yeah, 7.3% during the last quarter of last year, 4.1% during the first quarter of this year, and the projection is for a further decline of 4% this year. You are not going to see wage increases in a recession. Yeah, what you are going to see is layoffs unless something changes. Yeah, so until you get output back to start growing again, you are not going to see any significant wage increases. And that is why the onus and the responsibility is on the government to get the economy moving again.
Because here, this caller, let's look at the hotel industry, where a lot of people in the hotel industry work minimum wage. You expect that in an economy where they are now earning less, that they are going to increase the minimum wage at this time?
No, who's saying that the tourism industry is earning less?
The numbers show, caller.
Yeah, but that is the effect of the hurricane, you could say, post-hurricane effect, so that will fade.
So that is what fade. No, but we're talking about now.
Before that, we did our best year in tourism, 2004.
You mean 2024?
We did our best year. Yeah, 2024. We did our best year in tourism. And we're on our way to have even a better year in 2025. So we're really not that the tourist industry is not that fragile or shaking.
So the
that they
simple
can pay
question.
more.
The simple question. So if you were running a business and you had a good
Yeah.
year in 2024, and up comes Hurricane Beryl and damage your business and wipe out your business, will this be the year that you'll be giving the workers a pay increase, or you'll wait until the business starts going again?
Yeah. No, I was speaking of business that I wiped out. That question is not really have a solid.
No, but caller, what we are discussing is
I'm speaking about businesses that are functioning and that would have been functioning after the hurricane.
All right, so what? Hold on, caller.
Is at a lower level.
So point us to a sector. Hold on. So
The
point
Nova
us.
Scotia Bank closed down.
Hold on, caller.
After the
Hold on.
hurricane.
No, Scotia Bank don't pay minimum wage to the average worker.
I'm not talking about pay. I just talk about the economic.
But hold on, caller.
operation.
Hold on a little bit. Hold on a little bit. Point us to a sector that is doing well now, that you are suggesting that they should cut their profit margin and increase the minimum wage that they pay to their workers.
No, that is not a sector. My approach to you, my brother, is not about a sectoral matter. It's about a national trust towards improving the wages of our workers. But hold on. Didn't we do that recently when the government moved the minimum wage? Marginal as it might have been, did it create any big disaster throughout the economy? A marginal increase?
But it didn't give any benefit to the workers either. That has been wiped out by inflation before they get it.
That even strengthened my case even more.
No, that doesn't strengthen your case. What we're saying is that the minimum wage.
That we need to revisit the whole minimum wage thing again in light of all our rallies saying in terms of the inflation rate and so on.
All right, caller. Thank you.
And plus, remember, no one company started last year. Most of these companies have magnificent reserves.
Okay.
So which allow them to sustain a marginal increase in wages, which is just one item of cost in the cost of things. And bring the minimum wage up. And then thereafter, improve the consumption level of the economy and help with the growth of the GDP.
All right, sir. I hear you.
Okay.
Thank you for your call. Raleigh, which are these companies that would increase minimum wage by cutting their profit margin?
No company not do that, man, because people not in the business to make money. Well, I say at the macro level, nowhere in the world you are going to see any significant increases in minimum wage in a recession, because all firms function within the economy that is in a recession. Until the economy emerges out of the recession and start growing again, then you are not going to see any increase in the minimum wage. And additionally, wage increases are tied to productivity. We have to start to improve the productivity of the economy. We have to produce more if the wages are going to be increased on a sustainable basis.
So simply that means that corporate have to start make more profit before you see more minimum wage. Minimum wage increase. They have to start. Nobody's going to cut their profit margin. I hear me and Matley begging one company to cut the cost of their products and take less profit, so as to hold the inflation in Barbados.
Yeah, man, not realistic, man. The economy have to start growing again. It's put it down to an individual again. So if you are now in a situation where most of our workers are in now, people who employ even domestic helpers and all of those things, you think them can afford the minimum wage given inflation and all of that and the salaries that them get? No.
That is one of the points that the caller is missing, that a lot of people
the workers
and only corporate pay minimum wage.
Yep.
You have a lot of individuals who are on a steady salary who is paying workers minimum wage, household helpers, babysitters, cleaners. So that not going to happen.
No, even the government right now. You think when the government collects less revenues, they are going to increase the minimum wage that they are paying? You believe that the public sector workers, well, I think that John Levy is suggesting to get out of this gridlock. Since the government not collecting enough revenues and the workers' purchasing power is shrinking, John Levy suggesting that since most of the year gone already and them not spend the capital budget, they must use a part of the capital budget to pay the workers
What is
a
going to
decent salary.
What is going to happen to these salary negotiations that is taking place now, Raleigh? That the government was offering 2% in year 1, 2.5% in year 2.
That is, yeah. So that is what John is saying. The 2% and them thing in year 1 and 2.5% in years 2 and 3 can't work. Yeah. So what John has said, given that the revenues are running short, and given that the time is running out, the government have to cut the capital budget and use some of the money that they must carry back in order to give the workers a decent wage increase.
And how the government going to afford it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They must have to cut the capital budget.
But you told us, we spoke about that Saturday morning, and that cutting the capital budget would be devastating to the economy just the same.
Will be growth retarding. That's the point I'm making to you. So those are the problems that you face when an economy is not growing.
So damn if you do and damn if you don't?
Precisely. The workers want more. The government can't find them more because the economy is not growing. And then they must go to the budget that is going to be used to grow the economy in order to pay the workers. So you see the uncomfortable position or dilemma that you find yourself in when you're not competent and handling the economy competently, because everything is based on an increase in output. You can't collect more tax revenues if the economy is declining. So similarly, you can't pay more minimum wage if the economy is declining. So the important objective is to get the economy out of the decline and back on a growth path.
So Raleigh,
the government can't.
As we wrap this up this evening, because we have religious freedom coming up at 7:15. What it is that the Jamaican government is supposed to do now? Because you are saying cut capital spending so as to pay the workers more. But if you cut capital spending, it is a further dilemma because we need to spend the capital budget so as to induce growth in the economy.
Precisely.
What is it? What we're going to do?
Well, I don't know what decision they're going to take. Yeah, so our decision and my recommendation from day one would have been that you need to temporarily relax this whole thing about, well, you find yourself in a situation now where you can maintain that policy priority about paying down the debt to the required percentage at a particular point in time. Yeah? So you need to take some more money so that you can pay the workers and then you can spend the capital budget fully to get you on a growth path.
So, Raleigh, the money that is sitting there that we have access to, we're supposed to have access to. You were warning, hold on, you were warning when they were coming with these new taxes and said it was the worst time to implement new taxes.
Correct.
Are you saying that they have now proved you right?
Again, not just now, again.
So,
which part of the world ever hear people impose new taxes in a recession if you want to get out of the recession? Again, me tell you, it's like a man a drown. And rather you give him a rope to come up, you put more weight on him and sink him, which is what them do with the economy.
So you are saying that those new taxes help to push us deeper in this recession?
Deeper into the recession, yeah. And if you notice them not collect it, just like we tell us them never collect it, because if you push yourself deeper into the hole, you can't climb out. Yeah.
So you're saying that the money where them expect to get for the new tax, they collect $22 billion less, and they were expecting to get what, 18 billion from the new tax?
That's the point I'm making. And the same thing will continue right throughout the fiscal year until the economy is stimulated and start. No. Until the economy is stimulated and start to grow. They are not going to hit any of those targets.
People don't need to get a picture, Raleigh, and put it up in our house. The greatest financial analyst ever. The man told us that the new taxes was the worst thing the government could have done. And what it has done. The government wanted to collect $18 billion in new taxes. After implementing the new taxes, the government collected $22 billion less.
And that is going to continue right throughout the fiscal year until something changes. They have to provide a stimulus. So it's either they have to borrow more money and fully spend out the capital budget. And as John Levy said, the time I run out, we're gone July now and nothing happened yet.
Final call for the evening. Caller, go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Good evening, Colin, and good evening, Rasta.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, man, we're hearing you
Yeah,
loud
man,
and
go
clear.
ahead.
Yeah. I know Michael Manning will be turning his grave because Michael Manning make minimum wage and minimum wage was made per household helper and gardener. Remember we have 3 different rates. Minimum wage, GIC rate, and the Alcan rate. The GIC rate always fall between supermarket, hotels, construction. So when him start bringing just turn minimum wage in construction, wicked, the government wicked. And they should know better than that. Because when minimum wage started, there was started for household helper and gardeners. At those times they were not going home, so they wouldn't have to pay tax fare. So now when them can't, that's why most of the people now work and that's why no tax can collect either, because guess what happened now? Little bit of money what the people are paying can't pay tax. The country can't grow half minimum wage.
Well?
Hello?
Yeah, we are hearing you, my brother. We're hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah. So the happier man is going in the country. Minimum wage was made for household helper and gardeners who not going home until weekend, so they don't have to pay tax fare. That's why Michael Mandy make it.
Yes, sir.
And GIC rate used to work for construction, hotels, and all those things.
Do we
So
still
when
have a GIC rate now, Rally? Or it's just
Yeah, man, still have joint industrial council, but most of the people don't really adhere to it.
So what is that rate now?
Well, they have different rates for different people under the GIC system. Rates for plumber, rates for welder, rates for that, but the man on the site now paying it. Everybody, most people are paying under the GIC rates, and I exploit the people.
Are those rates being made public?
Yeah, man, you can get them, man, from the master builders and all of them.
Yeah, but nobody now go search for it. Why is it that those are not published? Just like how the Prime Minister come and minimum wage this. Why I'm not tell you about the GIC rate same way?
That's what he should do. And that's how they could get to collect the tax for the country. At least they won't have so much fall short right now, because he and his brethren them just a rape off the poor people them.
Anyway, caller, we have to run. We have to run. Call us back earlier tomorrow. Rally your final argument.
Well, as I said, nothing significant can change in the country unless we improve productivity. And at this particular point in time, we have to get out of the recession. And in order to do so, the government will have to start do some spending. The government can't be going around and pulling money from people, pulling money from institutions and not spending. Yeah? Because as long as them continue to do that, we'll now get the growth that we want, and the minimum wage cannot be increased on a sustainable basis if the economy is not growing. So the onus internationally is on governments to pull countries out of recession. That is why people vote for governments, and that is why governments have the power of tax collection and spending money. Yeah? So right now, as long as the government doesn't do something to pull the country out of the current recession, we are going to have a problem. Simple.
Ralston, I want to thank you for the time this evening. Join us again tomorrow evening for more on the Colin Bell Show. That was Ralston Iman, Jamaica's top, and not just Jamaica's, the top financial analyst anywhere in media right now. Thank you, Raleigh. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you all. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening for more on the Colin Bell Show. Peace be with you, my people. Stay tuned. Religious Freedom comes up next, right here on Portland Spice TV. Louis Gangali Culture, take us out.
Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Remember to subscribe. See, Portland Spice TV, Louis Culture say it once, so I say it again. Portland Spice TV. We are going to hold them and pop it off. Bogus match where we rip off. Subscribe, share,